pocket set. I think it's. Oh, I have to look at the pocket set now.
Hydros, real quickly before, because I just hit go live. Can you just check both the vertical and for YouTube's sakes and Twitch? Can you just check that everything's running properly? It says it is, but I just want to make sure.
Vertical. I mean, not vertical. Horizontal looks fine.
Vertical.
Horizontal. I mean, vertical looks fine. Yeah. Fine. I don't quite understand why they put the streams on the other channels first and not the English one.
I was saying,
I'm on the official Pokemon YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's now on the official Pokemon channel. They put the US and the UK one up. The like their other channels, like the Asia English, and then the Japanese one had their previews up. But that's how I was able to get the time frames of how long it would be, is because of those two.
All right, we'll begin shortly.
I'll double check just in case.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what we got. I'm hoping. I hope we see some good stuff. I want to see Switch 2. Like, I mean, it's pretty obvious it will probably be on Switch 2. I just want to see the logo though. I want to see it. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I think we'll see it.
I would hope so.
Do you think there could be 2 different copies, Tally? Think there'll be one for Switch 2, one for thing, or do you think it's gonna be just a base Switch game that goes and plays on Switch 2?
I mean, I'm sure there will be some technical upgrades for Switch 2, like uses DLSS or is upscaled to 4K or something, but I'm sure it's not going to look vastly different. This is Pokemon, for crying out loud. Pokemon has always looked like crap, regardless visually. Yeah. So that's just
I don't know about look like crap. It's always ran like crap.
Oh yeah, it's always ran like crap too. Yeah.
Which that's not their fault. That's Nintendo's fault for putting out shit hardware.
Well, and then it's also the heads of the Pokemon company's fault for not giving them the proper amount of time. So
I think was generally fine on the 3DS.
What's it called? I don't think this one's gonna be made for or have anything for Switch 2.
Here we go.
These countdowns are so. Oh my god!
Lower the
scared myself.
Volume just a little bit more because I don't want to get his copyright.
They have a co-stream thing, so you should be all right.
I would hope so, but you never know sometimes. You really just never know.
I mean, there was no like sign up, so I mean, as long as you follow, you should be fine, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
19 minutes and 16 seconds.
15, 13, 11.
I hope no black and white, please. I don't want to see that shit.
Well, I mean, if the rumored first 3 gen is true, then you probably won't see black and white.
All those rumors are nonsense.
Here we go.
All
right. All the rumors to shame.
They're probably first off though, they're probably gonna get like the card game out of the way, the typical Pokemon Go stuff. They're gonna get all that crap stuff out of the way. So,
guys, I'm sure the first Pokemon TV. Are we getting Pokemon TV? What is this?
Probably.
I mean, they made a clock.
We have Pokemon Sleep. We got Pokemon Go. I mean, what don't we have yet?
Okay, now it's just them starting to present. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
All right, let's see what we got here. Come on.
Today,
Ishihara-san.
27.
Good now, sweet.
Give me something.
This is the date the Pokemon Red
and Pokemon Green
subtitles games were first released in Japan.
Green, yeah. I'm pretty sure the states didn't see green until leaf green.
I forgot about green.
No, states never got green. It was blue when they got him over here.
Right, but then leaf green is what
they brought it back. Yeah, they brought it back for leaf green. Yeah.
Through the support of all you trainers around the world. Thanks to all of you, it's now
always funny talking to my students, but it's just like, oh, what'd you play, blue, red, or green? And I was just like, we didn't get green.
We hope to keep bringing you
green also looks very different because it was way earlier than red and blue.
Yeah, it is. I remember that.
In today's broadcast,
seeing all those random crappy ass pictures on the internet back in the day.
Our newest titles, yes.
All right. Well, I mean,
as they should.
But if Totodile's not the starter of ZA, I swear to God.
My wife wants Totodile as one of the starters. The heck is this?
Did this come out already?
Series.
Oh, this is that Netflix thing. Okay.
I thought this came out already.
This looks. I hate this look.
Yeah, it's got the clay. It's got the clay look of it,
bro.
And new episodes of Pokemon Concierge are in production. They are slated for release in September 2025. What sort of
cool.
Pokemon will Haru and Psyduck
Yay.
Will I be
Okay.
watching this? No.
Stop wasting our precious
More people probably are more
19
excited for the
minutes.
Dragonite one.
motion test footage.
I didn't even know there was
Just look at
one.
the personality and how they move. But there's more. For a limited time, the first 4
See,
episodes
I hate it when
I'm free to watch now. Wow.
I hate it when they do that, when all of the companies do this, where it's just like, we know there's limited time and you're wasting it on this.
I mean, it's not technically just about the game, so it's not really.
It should be, man. They gotta cater to me only.
Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
It's like when
Oh, I like
PlayStation
that.
did their that wrestling game, and I was just like, God, turn this garbage off right now.
Pokemon Go Tour.
Yeah, you're right, guys. We're
Pokemon
going through all the
Go.
other games. Oh
Yep.
boy.
Oh, they're we're going to Unova.
That's so crazy that Pokemon Go is still going. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, there are people.
Shout out to the
at
people
least
who
I'm-
are still going out there and walking to places and stuff, man.
I mean, is it that crazy when Dokkan's 10 years old?
Well, this is like what do you call those
It's an
you know,
AR game.
yeah, it's like that. Like you gotta walk out and go to spots. Like I just didn't think this was gonna last after that big wave. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
once they got rid of spoofing, I was like, I'm done.
Simulated game footage.
Yeah,
Alright.
when they got rid of that, I was like, what?
Oh, this is Ruby and
new game?
Sapphire
Ruby and
stuff. What do we got?
Sapphire.
That's Olras. I think this is the. Does it have to do with TCG? Please tell me it's TCG.
It has to
Or
be.
Oh, this is.
Oh wow, this
Oh,
is
is
the
it
Masters too.
Masters
I
is
forgot
still
about
going on. I thought
Masters.
Masters shut down.
No, Masters.
Okay.
Brendan
Yeah, Masters
Champion.
is still going.
I have no idea who these guys are. Are they from the game? Are these like the player
They're
characters?
the Oras characters.
Yeah, they're the
okay.
player characters from the.
It's Brendan and.
Oh,
May
what do
or
we got? New.
What's this?
It's
an
that.
Apple. Oh, it's Pokemon Cafe
Yeah,
thing.
Oh,
cafe.
I thought it was a
The
new
other
drink.
game.
I was so
Cafe
excited. I was like,
Remix.
yo,
I'm not
alcoholic
gonna lie, I
drink,
thought that was
let's
the
go.
Pokemon Cafe here in Tokyo, and I was just like, oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Lemon,
mind,
there's so
just
many
the game.
Pokemon
Just-
mobile games. Yeah, don't even get me started, man.
This game is on Switch, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that many. I kind of forget. Okay.
Yeah, this game is also on Switch. Not like
At least
it's
you're
just a
going through
mobile
this
game.
stuff super fast. So it's not
Yeah.
like, oh boy, oh look, Darkrai. Never seen this guy before.
Darkrai. Ooh, Umbreon.
I saw AR functionality. It's
Oh,
Oh no.
we're not at Switch stuff yet.
we're not the good stuff. We're not the actual good stuff yet.
But you said you saw AR, so this isn't Pokemon TCG?
So this, no, this has to be Pokemon
It said
Sleep
it said
stuff.
something about AR in the disclaimer and when they started showing
Banished
this.
the Nightmare.
Yeah, Pokemon Sleep. That's what I figured. I figured it was Pokemon
What the?
Sleep.
That's. Oh my god. Whatever. Sure.
Pokemon Unite. Okay. Hey,
They
at least
really
they're
are
getting
going
through
through all
this
the
I was
stuff
gonna say,
fast.
has Pokemon ever really shut down a game ever?
No, but I just
Mostly.
forget that there's so many of them at this
Yeah.
point.
That's why they are.
I actually would care for-
multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah,
Surfing
I would care for
Raichu,
Pocket.
Or
Like actually, I would
Alolan
care for
Raichu,
that.
technically.
I don't care about Unite. If it was Pokken, sure, I'd play that.
Yeah, I
love
don't care about
Pokken.
Unite either. Unite was cool, but I think I'm way past that. I think a
you know,
lot of
it's
people
funny.
are.
I don't hear anyone who plays Unite. Like it had its moment when it first
don't.
released, and then like after that, like I never hear about it at all.
Yeah, you have to be the most hardcore of hardcore to still be rocking
Yeah.
Unite like that.
Exactly. Like very. It's not even like content creators. It's just like people in general. I'm just like I don't know anyone who plays this game.
Yeah.
There's not much anyone that really plays it.
I thought it was
Besides,
the
I like
Pokemon
kids and
Cafe here
stuff.
in Tokyo. Look at me, I'm Tallen. I live in Tokyo.
Be the first to score 500 points.
Aw, are you a little jealous there, Bobby?
If they made a PC version of that, it'd be fun. But they won't. Oh, there's Pocket.
There's Pocket.
Finally, we did get some
Dude,
Pocket.
you have no idea how many of my students play this
I don't know if
game.
they'll show the new set though.
Yeah, they have to. Now that Pokemon Presents, you got to show something, and I imagine it's going to be the new set.
Yeah, the
kid
new
you-
set was something. It's like a brownish looking package on it. I can't remember the name of
Really?
it on the top of my head.
I'm just curious to see who's like the focus.
I think it
Who's
was Unova. I think. Yeah, was it Unova?
Tyranitar? Oh.
Roasted Tyranitar like he was in like a full art card.
Listen, man. It's Tyranitar, okay?
Finally, Pocket,
I
now
love
we're
Tyranitar.
talking.
Ooh, Arceus.
Yeah, Diamond
is
Pearl. That's what it was. It was the
cool.
Arceus set.
Let's go.
Triumphant Light.
Oh my
February
god, this
28th.
Friday. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it comes
That's
out tomorrow.
quick. Holy
Alright.
shit, that's
Yeah.
quick. Oh, sweet.
Oh,
We're getting a
okay.
bunch of goodies. I like that. I like that.
That's a guaranteed
matches are coming.
three diamond.
Yo, that's hype.
All right, this must be
TCG's like
TGC.
crack?
Yeah,
It
this-
is.
There's the actual TCG, the new
Yeah.
set probably. I think the new set's supposed to be a Unova set.
Dude,
From what I understand.
it is ridiculous how many of my students play that card game like on their
Really?
phone. Like I'll come like the last
on the
month
phone,
and a
okay,
half
yeah.
of work, like I was just
Yeah.
every time I walk in, half of my male students were playing that game. And I'm just like,
I mean,
and
dude, I still
they're
play
all like,
too, yeah.
they're doing fingers across their screens and everything, opening card packs and everything. And I'm like, wow.
I mean, dude, like they're
insane.
like genius. Free packs every day. Come on now.
Dark
Mega
Lobby,
Lucario.
Lucario.
Mega Lucario.
Heck yeah.
Dude, this is getting set for like Legends now.
Oh, that's sick.
Make a
I'm
Gardevoir?
so-
Does it make a
I've-
Gardevoir?
Wait, is it?
Oh, this is regular TCG.
Yeah, it's regular TGC. Is it confirmed that Megas are returning in Z?
Yes, they showed the Mega logo at the end of the first
Yeah, I
trailer.
guess
Okay,
they did.
good.
Because someone
Yes.
else said it to you too in my chat.
Yes.
I guess so.
Good. Exactly what I want to see.
Or I saw it somewhere.
There's news
Everyone
of the
has
Pokemon
been wanting
video. Okay, here we
Megas
go.
to
Pokemon
return
video game
forever.
series. Here we go. All right, everyone, shut up.
And Pokemon Violet
No one cares about Scarlet and Violet. Those games are whatever.
Pokemon phone case giveaway.
Nice. A case for my Rotom phone. Nice.
I have not touched Violet since
Along
like
with the mass outbreak of
Greninja. I
other
think Greninja was the last time I touched
Listen.
it.
Listen, man, we're done with this game. We're moving.
Yeah, exactly. We're
ready for
moving
the
on.
next.
Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquaval.
Yeah, come on, hurry up.
That Gen 1 through 3 stuff might actually be true if they're continuing this.
How much time we have, guys? How much time we have?
Dude, it's not even
10 minutes.
It's been 10
It's
minutes.
only been 8 minutes. You got 11 minutes left.
We hope you continue to enjoy.
That's 11 precious minutes right there, man. We got to see this stuff.
That's
Come
a
on.
lot. That's a lot, man.
Next, please have a look at this video.
I wouldn't
we
expect
go,
too
come
too
on.
much.
All
They'll
right.
probably reveal the starters and
Hype.
stuff.
Give me some hype. Yeah, this is.
This
Yeah,
could
this is somewhat how they did the starters
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
this is what
time.
the starters. Oh, the red Game Boy, the green Game Boy. It is, bro.
It
They
is,
are doing
yeah.
something with the
OG
classics.
though. It's not even OG though.
Oh my god, they are doing something with the classics.
Yeah, they're doing something with the classics.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon
Oh,
They're gonna act,
Stadium.
Stadium.
Oh, wow,
We already had Stadium.
Yeah, we had
But what are they
Stadium on
doing?
the
What are they building
Nintendo
up to?
Plus thing or
They're
whatever.
building up probably to the virtual thing.
Probably, that's my guess.
Game Boy Advance. What is that, Pokken?
'Cause-
Yeah, Pokken.
That was Pokken,
Wii.
yeah. And
Are they
then
going
the-
through the
No.
console generation?
Yeah, they're
up
going
to
through the
Switch
console
now.
generation.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Switch
That
is
wasn't
right
Pokemon.
there.
That
yep.
was Battle Revolution. By the
Oh,
way. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
going
because
through
we
all
all
the
remember
yeah,
Battle
there it is.
Revolution.
There it is. Show us the Switch 2, baby. Oh, what? No, not another phone game. Why? Why? Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, relax, man.
Not
You know,
actual
Scarlet
gameplay.
Violet
It
on
is.
mobile.
No.
Imagine, please be on mobile. Please.
What is this?
Is it
I don't
cloud?
like
It's
this.
cloud streaming. Oh my
It's gotta
god.
be. It's cloud. Oh god, it's effing cloud streaming.
Please stop.
Wait,
man.
what?
Dude, no one likes cloud. Streaming, not the character.
Wait. Can we just get to the damn title card? What am I looking at?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be like the first 3-gen.
I think it's a new game because I don't know this
Nah,
arena
that-
stadium.
I don't know.
It's got to be a new game. If it's for all things, it's got to be something new.
What if it's a new stadium, new Battle Revolution or whatever?
Yeah,
right?
it's got to be a new
'Cause those are
game that's
different
for everything.
graphics.
100% this is a new
well,
game.
Champions.
Let me hold on.
Yeah,
'cause-
Champions,
Yo,
yeah.
Pokemon Champions now in
Yeah,
development.
in
Nintendo
development
Switch,
for
iOS, and
iOS.
Android. That will definitely be a Switch 2 game as well. And if they didn't show
Listen.
Switch
Yeah.
2, then that means Switch 2 will not be shown logo-wise for Legends Z. So
What you've just seen is the world's first glimpse.
I honestly don't care for this.
Pokemon Champions.
I'm upset.
This title will be focused on the Pokemon battles you know and love from core Pokemon games. Pokemon Champions will continue the tradition of pitting your skills against
So
those
it's
of other
just
trainers
the
from around the
battles?
world.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's like
What is this?
Stadium and
What
Battle
is
Revolution.
this?
Okay, so it is just it's
Yeah,
Stadium.
you realize how popular those games were. Everyone wanted this kind of
Listen,
add-on.
man, I don't want this, man.
Is being handled
Lethal, you're not a fan, man.
But
I don't want that. I
development
don't
being
got
done by
time for
Pokemon
this.
Works, and the Pokemon Champions will be coming out to Nintendo Switch families of systems
to mobile devices too.
and mobiles. Yeah, they just said the Nintendo Switch family, so that means Nintendo Switch 2, which is a big duh.
What's more, you can also
I don't even
Connect with
care for
Pokemon
this,
Home.
man.
Okay, yep. Mhm.
Well, yeah, it works exactly like how the old ones did.
Yeah.
You would bring over your Pokemon from the games and play on Stadium 2,
yeah.
Battle Revolution.
Yeah.
Well, in every Pokemon game they've been bringing out the last few years has all been trying to connect with Pokemon Home because that's like their online thing of.
Yo, the Twitch plays Pokemon finally has a new game.
That's crazy. Listen, man, let's just get the Legends, okay? That's
Hey, I'm excited about that. I love the Stadium stuff.
It's just too many different Pokemon games, bro.
Well, here's the thing. This is
my
where
time
they can
goes into
focus
one, man.
This is where they can focus all the competitive crap. Then
I guess
leave all
sure.
that into that game.
If that makes them happy, sure, bro. Get the competitive people happy. Give me the casual shit.
Bro, Lethal's not a Pokemon fan. He hating on Champion.
Nah, bro. I just don't got time for all that. I just want to play the next main
Well,
line.
I think with
whatever.
Champions we need
It's
to
just
simply wait to see
battles.
gameplay. We need to wait to see gameplay.
Why are we in
let's see all
Spanish?
these languages. I guess they're
They-
showing off all the
this
languages.
guy's like the
That's
head
just
of
nice.
Pokemon over in
Oh.
I don't
I was
remember.
about to say, did I click off the video?
No. Oh.
Bro, why are we like showing us this, man? This is valuable time.
Because let's be perfectly realistic, they don't
To
actually
be fair,
have.
did you expect them to show ZA like for 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Yes.
I expect this game
No.
coming out this year. This is the only Pokemon Presents we get, right? All
Bro,
year.
I'm gonna tell you, they're probably gonna show a little bit with the starters, and
That's
it.
crazy.
That's what they did to Arceus.
I guess to be fair, we could see more at the April Nintendo Direct event, but that's so lame.
It depends on when the game is actually coming.
Yeah,
It
that's
has to be this year. It's
No,
They
I
said
want.
it
oh yeah,
2025.
when? Yeah, when?
Like,
It's always isn't it always like end of the year? It's always like that November.
no, because Arceus
timeframe.
came out in
Oh,
January,
you're right. I think it
January,
was
yeah.
January. Yeah.
and then BDSP was like March or something like that. It was
No,
like
no,
right
no,
around the
that-
same time for both of them.
I
Well, if
thought
they time it right, it could be a cool
I thought
summer
Brilliant Diamond
release.
Shining Pearl was November, like normal, and then it was the following year in January when Arceus. Was
Oh no,
released.
you're right. You're right. No, they didn't come out in.
Yeah, there some mainline.
Yeah, January
style.
28th was Arceus. November 19th was.
Oh, here we
There
go.
we go.
Here
Finally, here's
guys.
the latest
Here we
update.
go.
All right, you better effing show some gameplay. I want some upgraded graphics. Unfortunately, it's me on the Switch though, so
Nintendo
it's still gonna
Switch.
look like. I already, did you see that popping already in the first 2 seconds?
Talon,
God damn it.
don't say it. Let it go. Let it go, man. Let's just
Sorry.
see what it looks like.
Okay, the costumes, the costumes on
Oh,
your
it's like
characters are way better than Scarlet and Violet.
yeah,
Just gonna
this
say
is
that.
good. This looks good.
It looks
Gotta
good.
have that French style, man. What you mean?
Yeah.
I hated the school uniforms in Scarlet and Violet, so that's on.
I'm looking for like new styles of Pokemon. or
Oh,
whatever.
here we go, Totodile.
Oh,
Oh,
Totodile.
Totodile,
Easy,
let's go.
Yo, my boy. Chicory, get out of here. No one cares about you.
Yeah, no one cares about
Oh,
Chikorita.
yes.
And then
This
who was
gameplay.
the pig
Oh,
fire
yes.
Pokemon? Okay.
Tepig, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, was
okay.
that a new pop-up animation for when you catch Pokemon? That's cool.
I guess.
I think
yeah.
so.
Oh,
yeah.
we
All right.
can go on
Damn,
rooftops.
going to
Whoa,
rooftops?
whoa, look at them. Oh, wait,
What
but they brought the
the
glider
heck?
stuff? What is this?
I mean, I wouldn't be
Did the glider
surprised if
just not
they
pop
later.
in or what?
I don't know, but
guess.
it looked like he used a Rotom phone. I think it was a Rotom phone.
Oh, what?
Ooh,
You can
moving
dodge?
around? Whoa. Wow.
Wait, can you
Actually,
actually
that-
dodge attacks like that?
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's
Mega
gonna do
Evolve.
The
Mega?
Megas.
Megas,
Yeah,
let's
that's the Mega
go.
thing.
Is that Mega Pyroar? Oh, Mega Lucario.
Oh my
Mega,
god,
yeah, it's
Mega
Mega Lucario,
Lucario.
yeah.
It showed Pyroar. I was getting
Absol,
excited.
okay, all the
Oh,
ones we've seen
Absol.
before.
Wait, any
All
new
of-
ones?
It's all of
Damn
them.
it.
No, it was all the
in
ones that we saw. Yeah, we've seen all
There's
those.
gotta be
Oh,
new
no.
ones.
Just
There's gotta be
wait,
new
just wait.
Megas.
there. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, AZ Floette.
Oh, snap, Zygarde,
Okay.
right? Isn't that who that is?
Did you not realize they showed AZ Floette?
Oh, is that what that
The
was?
unreleased Floette that never came out.
Yep.
Pokemon Legends ZA
Hey,
is
Han,
a new
shut up.
title in the Pokemon series.
We're not
The
done.
story takes place in Lumio City,
Okay.
the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful.
This feels so much bigger than the actual Lumio city in
These
X and
days,
Y.
Lumios
It is.
undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon truly share. After you arrive in Lumio City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first.
I think I'm gonna have to go
partner.
Totodile.
Chikorita,
Totodile.
Oh, I think everybody's going Totodile. Come on.
Dude, no
Yeah.
one fucking likes Tepig, man.
Yeah, Tepig is the least one that I care
And
about.
Chikorita, unless they have Megas, there's no way anyone's choosing any of the other two.
They've got to have
These three have to have Megas.
gotta.
Yeah, that's the whole point. There's no way.
When you arrive in
I don't.
Lumio,
I think there's a low chance they don't introduce new Megas.
either Urbane
So yeah, they AZ Floette.
The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette. Lumios's redevelopment.
Yeah, can we get it?
Quasartico Inc.
Just captured.
I'm sure.
CEO Jet.
No, AZ and the Eternal Floette.
That dude's got some long ass legs.
AZ was insanely tall.
To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumios, give wild Pokemon
This is just all within the city?
Yeah.
So the entire
game's
game's in
outside
the city, then so you don't go out into the world. Then I
That's
really hope.
weird.
I really hope you go out into the world.
I don't know how I feel about that if that's going to end up being the case. Because they make it look like it's like zones within the actual map, like playable wild zones. That's so weird.
We need to understand how big the actual map is.
Yeah. Because Arceus was
but
huge.
even then, like I don't. Yeah, but even then, like I don't want to just stay in the city. Like that's still.
To be fair, that they did kind of show the map of Lumios, and that kind of was it.
Aqua water gun.
Or different areas of effect. So choose your
Dude,
Oh,
you
I
can
love
actually
that.
dodge.
Wow, you're actually
this is
moving
what real
around. This
Pokemon battles is.
Crazy.
Wow.
This is what it should have been, man. Yo, Stealth Rock though?
Alright.
Pokemon through battles and dodging coming attacks. That's crazy.
Dude, this is what I think everyone's always wanted though.
Yeah, no, this is sick, dude.
Okay. So we've seen these megas before.
Here we go.
We've seen these megas. Come on, show some new ones.
Yeah.
When a trainer's keystone resonates with the megastone held by their Pokemon.
So this game
Absolutely.
isn't nearly set in the time frame that Arceus was. It's way past that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to know more about the map. That's my biggest question right now.
As Lumios continues
Oh, come on, no new megas?
into a city that belongs to both
I don't
people
think they'll
and
show it now anyway.
Who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences will await you? Pokemon Legends.
Late
Oh my
2025.
God, late
Okay, that's November.
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 Yeah, that's November.
That's
then.
November. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna
Not
hit that
surprising.
Christmas timing. and
Oh,
everything,
easily. Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh. This is
Don't
Not
have-
actual gameplay
this-
footage.
This must be the last thing. This is a promotion match announcement.
Is this like the battle system for the new game?
Okay, that was.
That's it.
Pokemon
What
Legends
the
ZA
fuck?
is scheduled to release in late 2025. We hope everybody can wait just a little longer for their adventures.
A little
in
longer.
Lumios
It's
City.
February. We gotta wait 10. We gotta wait like
Yeah,
eight,
this
8 to
is
9
over
months.
now, by the way.
For today.
Yep.
Thank
I
you very much
figured.
for watching.
Okay. Any secret thing at the end? Probably not.
No, it's like well over now.
Okay. Lemon, man, that's when GTA is out, dude. No one cares about GTA 6.
yeah, good. Yeah, let's tell everybody that when a game comes out.
I mean, let's be perfectly honest. Pokemon's one of those few games it could release right
Pokemon's
right
not
next
beating
to
GTA 6. Even I can't
Dude,
admit that Pokemon can beat GTA.
Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. Like it will be fine.
Franchise, yes, but their biggest revenue is not the games.
I know, but you have to remember, like, yeah, everyone who does gaming is gonna buy GTA 6 and everything. But then, like,
In terms
all the
of gaming
kids,
alone, GTA will be beating Pokemon easily.
we'll have to wait and see. All right, is there a? Do they have like the official trailer up for what they just talked about? Or do we have
You
to?
probably have to wait like a couple minutes or something.
Yeah, okay, we'll wait a couple minutes there. So, okay, so initial thoughts. I mean, granted, we didn't see much, but we got to see what the new battle system looks like. We got to see that they're going to have zones in terms of the city, but we don't know if they're going to, if there's going to be more outside the city, which I'm really hoping there is. Initial thoughts. Lethal, what are your initial thoughts on it? Hydros, I'll get you afterwards. Oh, I guess Lethal checked out on this.
My bad, I'm back now.
Oh.
We're good.
Lethal, what was your what is your initial thoughts on seeing the new battle system, the zones, and what all that stuff, and then the starters? Obviously, what are your initial thoughts?
So starters, we'll jump to that pretty quickly. Like Totodile is my go-to. That's what I'm going to go for right away. I love Totodile. I'm not gonna lie, like you guys, I'm not like a big Tepig fan. Chikorita is cool, but I'm not also like a big was it Meganium? I think is the last form.
Yeah, Meganium.
But I will say that will change if they do get megas. I'm very curious to see if they get megas, how that changes, because Tepig might be a badass. You know, I forget his last form was called. Was it called Embor?
Embor.
Yeah,
Embor or something,
yeah. If he gets like some crazy different typing, he becomes like a dragon, some weird ass like pig dragon. Sure, you know, who knows? I might be hyped for that, but that could change on megas. The zone stuff, like you guys heard me. I'm not like if we're just staying within the city, I'm going to be bummed out by that. One of my favorite parts about Legends Arceus was going to those different regions and those different biomes and interacting with those in different ways using your Pokemon. So I like that. Like I don't know how that works. If it is just a city, I don't know how they're gonna continue doing sort of stuff. We did get to see them going on top of like the buildings, right? We got to see them use the Rotom phone to like fly across the rooftops, which is cool. I'm not glad that's pretty cool. I just don't know if that's enough for me to be like, oh man, that's like, in terms of map wise, right? Like that's so cool. Like it's cool for now, but I can see myself being like, man, I wish we can get out the city if you don't get to go out the city. But if you do get to go out the city and the city just has this massive map on its own, dude, that is sick. I'm hyped for that. And then the combat, yeah, I mean, what's it called? We got to see a bit of the combat. That's really cool. What's it called? The fact that you get to like dodge with your Pokemon kind of follows you and you like work with it. Like it's that is a cool thing to see. Obviously the Megas, right? I think everybody can say that Megas is like the probably coolest Pokemon gimmick in all Pokemon games. At least for me personally, that is my favorite one that they've ever done. And I'm glad to see them bring it back. And I think for me, the biggest thing is next is I just want to see more Megas. I want to see who else is getting a Mega. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm still super excited, but the map thing is probably where I'm like, oof, I hope it is more than just a city. That's just me.
All right, Hydros, same question to you. What are your thoughts? And then we'll break down the trailer that they have right here.
So obviously, Totodile. Gotta pick Totodile. He's my favorite Pokemon, favorite starter, whatever. Tepig, yeah, I'm not really a fan of Tepig or the Emboar line particularly. Chikorita is kind of also whatever. Despite me being a Johto fan, I don't really care much for Chikorita and Meganium and all that. But Totodile for Alligator, yes, please. I do hope they get Megas. They definitely should. Hopefully. I mean, I don't think it's likely that they won't get Megas. I think it's very possible they will, because they got to introduce something new to the game, right?
Right.
In terms of like the map, I mean, we can't really determine the entire size of the map, but kind of looking at some of this stuff and kind of like the view distance, like if you're looking from like some of the beginning shots, you're like when they say you're entering the city, you can kind of see the tower in the middle, and kind of it's like pretty far away, honestly. So if Lumiose is gigantic, I don't think the wild zones are going to be really a problem, especially with the rooftop access, right? So you have a first floor level access, and then you have another floor, maybe multiple floors, depending on how tall the actual buildings are, and some buildings could go higher. So you'll probably also be able to catch different Pokemon that way too. And the battle system, this is the battle system Pokemon should have been forever. Moving around, being able to dodge, all that stuff, commanding your Pokemon and all that stuff. The battle system looks like what Pokemon ultimately the vision should be for Pokemon. That's probably the ideal battle system, I think. Definitely feels like a good RPG, action RPG now.
Okay, so one thing I want to bring up here is that the English Pokemon channel has 2 trailers. So they've got the extended look, which is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And then they've got this to be released late 2025, which is only 1:43. Then the Japanese Pokemon channel either has combined these all together or they have a different trailer because it is 5 minutes long. So I want to take a look at this real quick, okay? Let's take a look at what we got. So, got that popping at the beginning.
Gotta love it, man. It's Pokemon, baby.
It's inside a building, though. All right, so this is the same stuff that we saw at the very beginning, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Game Freak is making this game? No way. The fact that, one thing I also wanted to think about, though, is that they are going to have the starter final evolutions could potentially have different typings like they did for Arceus.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Guess this is all the same stuff we saw beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching all the trailer and stuff at the same time. It seems like you move, the Pokemon move, so you're not really actually commanding them.
You're not
actually
commanding
just
the
following.
Pokemon.
Yeah, they follow you basically. Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for that. I mean, I don't. It feels nice not to have to waste like an action trying to move and do all this garbage.
I think Hydros. I think they are working towards that though. I feel like the next game, maybe the next mainline game, you could see something like that if they try to adopt more of that. But if not, the next Legends game, I think you'll see that probably.
Could be the next mainline game. You never know.
It could be. Because they adopted stuff, right? Scarlet Violet took some stuff from Legends, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but they didn't do like
not everything, but some. I
know. I hated the fact they didn't bring like the entirety of the catching system from Arceus.
Yeah, like that didn't come right. They kept.
It seems like that's here again, at least, because you can just throw and catch.
Yeah, it should be here.
Yeah. This looks like it. It looks like it. Yeah.
It does seem like you might have some stealth stuff to worry about because it does have like the little eye indicator, you know, kind of like the Assassin's Creed spot, like you're spotted type of thing.
Yeah, they had that in Arceus, if I remember correctly. No.
Yeah. I think they did.
They probably did.
Somewhat.
Waninoko. I always love hearing the different names in English and Japanese for Pokemon.
Oh, dude, so cool. The battles look like it's gonna be so much fun.
That dude's legs got some back pain.
Oh, from it they will for sure. They're gonna add like probably stuff later down the line.
Well, the fact that this game's not coming out until late 2025 tells me that we'll see this in another like direct or something, or some other Pokemon thing.
For sure, yeah. So, if there's going to be the September Nintendo Direct like there usually is, we'll probably get it there, I imagine, the next bit of information. Because that April one, I don't think it's going to show this. I think it might be a little bit too soon.
On Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, most likely September Direct, you'll see an update for this game. You'll get the actual like launch date.
Yeah.
Has Pokemon been a part of the actual directs? I don't think they've been a part of the
they
directs
haven't generally, no. Except
they usually do their Pokemon Direct.
Right, they do a Pokemon Direct, and the only time they've ever shown up in normal directs was like for Nintendo Online Plus or whatever, just saying like, hey, this game's available now.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder. I'm wondering if evasion is like no longer a thing. Well, I guess from some moves, I don't know. Since you can move them now, it's like, does evasion matter?
I'm sure some things have changed. If that's not going to be a thing anymore,
some things have got to change, or like maybe how fast the Pokemon follows you. So, that could be one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Mega Shinka. Yep. I always watch the Japanese trailers because they might show you something secret that they don't show in the other trailers. I'm sure Mega Pidgeot is also going to be in there. The fact that Pidgeot's in the game.
I can't wait.
Again, pretty much the only thing I just need to know about is that we can go outside the city. That's all I need to know about.
Judging by how the map is, I doubt it.
Looking at the map,
it's just like them putting zones in it. To me, that's what I'm saying. Like them putting zones in it automatically told me that like they want people to stay here. But it could be like, you know, it's not like like the whole game. But I mean, that's a lot to put into just this map.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of outside the city stuff. If there is, it's gonna be very minuscule and probably story related, and that's it. Because if you're looking at Lumios from like X and Y days, this is insanely large compared to that.
Yeah.
Granted, X and Y was not the best judge of how big this city was to begin with, but this is definitely much, much larger. I'd imagine there's maybe like a perimeter around the actual city that you probably can go out to.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Just a little stuff outside. I think we could be, because you have to remember.
I just don't think it's going to be anything big outside.
Because remember with Legends Arceus, right? When you went into the zones, those are the loading screens, right? And then they loaded you into the zone that you're in, just in a different area. So mountains, like the swamp areas, you name it, right? With this game, though, it's looking to be just one giant ass city. So maybe on the side of it as well, they do have what Arceus had, where it's like, hey, by the way, I want to go out to the sea. I want to go out to the beach or whatever, right? And then that's going to be the loading in thing. So maybe they've got that. Maybe they found a way thanks to Arceus that they're able to do that type of thing. I'm not really sure.
But
Taking a while.
Lumios, the city is not near a beach.
No, I know. I'm just simply saying though that if you can quote unquote leave the city like we could in Arceus, you leave the town area, then it's simply you just picked some random area within the entire region, and then you could go there. It would be like the loading screen, and then it's a much smaller zone area that you can go into, not just simply, hey, I'm in the town, I'm gonna be an open world and walk over here, essentially is what I'm saying. So
if that's a thing, I don't think it's gonna be quote unquote actual open. It's gonna be like, here's a little spot.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I never expected this game to be. Yeah, I would never on the Switch. No. If it was like only on Switch 2, if it was only on Switch 2, maybe I could see it, but they have to cater to the Switch. There's no way they are not releasing this game on the Switch, because obviously they are. So yeah. So, but no, I mean, obviously I just want to see more, unfortunately, right? Because it's like, it's one of those things. Yeah, like, God damn, I just want to see more.
It's so funny that like I'm at a point where I'm like, man, somehow like I'm not satisfied with what I saw and I want to see more. But I guess I should be good with what we have for now. I just have so many more questions, man.
Managed by Secretary Vin to evolution. As an experience.
Trying to see if there's
also
any
like
extra...
the wild, like from this trailer, the wild zones are very small too. They're like little small perimeters. They're like not very large. Like it's super small. And I really hope that's not the case. Just a bunch of like small little zones. Like that's assuming that's like where the extent of what the map goes to. That would just be so lame. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Again, unfortunately, we're not gonna know until like. Well, okay. Let's be perfectly honest. It's probably gonna get leaked like 2 weeks in advance, and I'm sure Hydrus will tell me everything. So.
Yeah, we'll hear more about it obviously later, but
anything else?
It's still cool. I mean the concept is still cool, man. Everything like so far of like being in the city is still pretty neat. I just don't want it to all be there. Yeah. It's still cool.
How long did you say it was when you saw that code? Was it 19 minutes 16 seconds? Was that the exact time?
Yeah. So RC's done no more updates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure RC's is
19 minutes 16 seconds.
Legends Arceus? I don't think that game's got an update since like the May of the year it released. So, yeah.
Well, the reason I said it was 19 minutes 66 because it was just a premiere. It's not like it was a premiere.
It wasn't a live stream.
I would never see you. I wouldn't even see a timing if it was a live stream.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah.
So, okay. I don't know. I'm excited. Obviously, I need to know about those extra zones potentially outside the city. And you show me that and some extra megas, and we're good to go. So,
as well as if you kind of look when they're showing the zones, they're kind of themed because you had Sandile.
There was a sand one. There was overgrowth in the city on cars or whatever. I think it was. Where was it? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, zone 1. Like the moment he walks in here. Oh, come on. Yeah, you got
again zones as well as if you can go on top of buildings and like maybe there's underground. I don't know if there's underground either.
I mean, if they pull a Tears of the Kingdom, I mean.
So I mean, I think the map being the entirety of Lumios is pretty fine. It looks pretty big just on the scale they've shown it. So it's not small.
This will easily be a Switch 2 pickup for me. Assuming that they actually take care of the Switch 2 release issues that the Switch had. As long as I can buy one and it's at a good price, then this is definitely like Switch. I mean, if you have a Switch 2, there's no point buying the Switch version. So,
yeah, honestly, imagine this being. I don't even think they'll have a Switch 2 version. I feel like this is just going to be regular Switch game coming on Switch. That'll just be playable on Switch 2.
There'll be a Switch 2 version, but it would simply just have like quote unquote upgraded graphics with DLSS type of stuff. It's not going to have more content. It's not going to have it's not going to have any of that stuff. It's going to be the same Switch game, but it'll just look a little better. And
it'll be what PlayStation does with the Pro.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll probably push a patch for the people on Switch too.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought. So,
which I mean, it's fair enough, especially if the console's not out when this comes out. I imagine it should be because they're showing more of it in April, right? So
and remember, this is late 2025. So if we're assuming November, because that's when all Pokemon games generally around that time have always released. So we're assuming November 2025. Switch 2, we're assuming is going to be out sometime during the summer, most likely. I hope it would be April, but not getting my hopes up there. So because Nintendo's just like, no, whatever rumors you're hearing and everything, they're not true, and then they just randomly do their own thing. So.
Yeah, no, they're gonna pack in some time for those pre-orders.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
well,
gonna
especially with
first,
Mario Kart.
I'm gonna in summer. Well, it says it's releasing in 2025, so
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it's summer. It might be summer because they're showing it off in April. Again,
From April until I think the latest one was first week of June. I think was the last Switch.
I don't mean the playtest stuff. I mean like an actual trailer that they're gonna do. They're doing another one after that stuff comes out. So
has that been confirmed?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
I know there's the April Direct.
Oh, there's a Nintendo Direct on April 2nd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we knew about that. Yeah.
It says it'll have a closer look. Well, that's April. That's what I said.
Yeah. And then after that,
but that's not the same thing as like the playtest stuff.
Right. The playtest stuff
you're
is
talking about the World Tour stuff. That's what you're talking about, the global tour thing.
Yeah, where you like go to New York or LA.
Yeah. But there's also a Nintendo Direct April 2nd, which is gonna have the Switch 2 shown in it.
Oh, I'm more than positive that's gonna be the release date announcement and everything for the Switch 2.
Just tell me the release date already.
It's definitely
I'm gonna call it right here, June.
June. All right, Lethal. What about you? When do you think?
I think June, July too. Yeah, that makes sense to
me. I'm gonna be a little
daring.
I'm gonna say May.
Said May? Yeah,
I could see May.
No.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm being daring. I'm being daring. So.
Well, I imagine the Switch is done at this point. Like they're done.
I was say, when Switch got announced versus when it came out, what was that time? What was that time gap? Does anybody know? Probably
I
not.
believe it was about 6 months or so.
Was it really?
I think. Hang on, let's hang on. So
reveal.
Nintendo Switch announcement.
It was announced in October 2016 and released March 2017.
So November, December, January, February, March. So that's 5 months, give or take. And this was
announced.
About January.
January.
Was it January?
January, yeah, it was January.
June, February,
June
March,
would be 5
April, May,
months.
June. Yeah, that's June.
It could be end of May, beginning of June. Yeah, it could be. So you never know.
Soon. The point is soon.
All I know is that as long
do August though too.
They could do August because that is summer vacation. So, but one thing
that's why.
One thing it's going to be big is just I need to know the pricing. That's all I need to know. I want to know if they're going the Sony route or Nintendo. Too. Oh no, I know they're going to. I'm just simply saying. My big question is, are they going to do the Sony route for pricing? This is more for international pricing, by the way, not for US. Or are they going to do the normal Nintendo pricing? That's my biggest question. Because they have to be considering their player base here in Japan, especially with the weak yen and everything. I think if it's above the equivalent of $700, but in yen, that I think could actually hurt them here. If they actually take the hits and do like 450 or 500, I'm guessing 500, they'd steamroll every other console here and just
Jeez, just ask one of us to ship it to you at that point.
I know. Just let me know, Tallen.
Well, the problem is that if I have yen and I have to convert it to US dollars regardless, I'm still paying that same price. That's the problem. So it's all just a big thing. I mean, again, my wife and I,
if we bought it here in the US, if it was like let's say it's $4.99, instead of paying $700, you're paying the $4.99 in yen, not.
Well, no, because remember, so if I send you money, right, for that $4.99, right, I have yen. I don't have US dollars. I have yen. But
I'm saying you would pay the equivalent in yen to $4.99, not the $700 you were referring to earlier.
So the
because you were saying that's like $700, right?
So hang on.
Like let's say the Switch in Japan is $700 US for you in yen, right? I'm saying if you bought it from if we in the US bought it for you and shipped it to you, it should theoretically be cheaper. I don't know how much it will cost to actually ship it to you, but
so that the word.
I imagine
so $4.99 USD yen. Yeah, that'd be 7. So the way the yen works is basically take this decimal point, move it over 2 spots. In a perfect world, it's 100 yen to $1. So back in the good old days, if something was, let's say, $500 in the US, then in yen, it was basically 50,000 yen. You just, again, move the decimal place over 2 spots. But notice here on screen, how it is 74,000, almost 75,000 yen essentially. This right here is the equivalent of paying $750.
Well, so here's a little comparison. So if you were to pay for a PS5 Pro, it's like 120,000 yen, right? Something like that.
It's the equivalent of paying $1,200.
In US that's equivalent of paying $800.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So,
exactly what it is.
but if you bought it from the US, it's actually cheaper. It's $200 cheaper.
But the
or
thing,
no, $100 cheaper. Excuse me.
Yes, if I have US dollars though. So okay, so here's the problem. So
I know, but if you were if I let's say I bought you the Switch 2, right? Like,
yes.
and you were to pay me back, you would not be paying me $800. You'd be paying me the equivalent of $400
yes,
in the US.
But for me though, when I'm looking at my bank account or sending that money over, it's gonna feel like paying that much still. It's not gonna feel like paying $500. It's gonna feel like paying.
Oh, well, I know it's gonna feel like a lot, but I'm saying it's still not gonna be like the 800 that you would be paying me back versus the 400,
right?
For example,
for that example, yes, you are correct. But regardless, though, I need to know
PS5
if Nintendo,
is a bit of a extreme because it's so high.
I was going to get a Pro if I could find a way to sell my PS5 and make sure I could actually get one, but I'm just like, it's too much of a hassle right now. So
that plus the disk drive.
Yeah, plus, and right now I'm trying to build a new PC, which is just making me cry.
Ooh, have fun.
So.
Well, gotta wait for the 50 series.
Dude, it's not even, and it's like every now and then I get comments about just get an AMD card and everything, and I'm just like, dude, you're not understanding. AMD card, Nvidia card, it don't matter. Nothing's in price. Like if I go onto websites, whether it's used or Amazon or PC stores or anything like that here, like I'll search something up. Either I have to pay like $4,000 for a 3080 Ti, or a decent priced card is like a 3050, and I'm just like 40 series, can't find them. 50 series, yeah, right. And I'm just like, what the F? I go over to AMD 7900 XTX or whatever it was. Like that thing is like the equivalent of like $2,500, and everything else, like you can't even find it. It's just like there's nothing. So I'm just like, yeah, it effing sucks. So. Like the only reason I even have my current 3080 and my current gaming rig is because of Lemon actually over in the States. I got lucky with that EVGA raffle thing back when EVGA still did graphics cards. And then I sent him the money to buy it, and he shipped it off to me. So how those social programs treating you now? Pretty good for the most part.
The Switch 2, I could see, I could agree with Tallen. It could be May, because if they're doing hands-on experiences in April, from beginning to end of April, right? I mean, you're pretty much using the finished product, more or less. I don't think they're gonna have that's. I don't think that's.
I'm sure the product is basically all finished already. So.
Yeah. So I could see May. Would they wait 2 months to then release it after those play tests? I feel like a month is probably more reasonable, but it's Nintendo.
But don't those play tests go for like a long time? Even
play
after?
tests are from
ends
April
on the 27th.
until I thought June. I think
27th.
June like 1st or 2nd or something like that was the last one in Singapore.
The Nintendo Switch 2 experience. Well, I don't know about Singapore. I don't know. Then never mind.
Yeah.
In the US, it's until April 27th.
Right. The US is first, but the like the entire world stuff, like Tokyo doesn't even get it until like mid-May or something like that. So yeah, US gets it before Tokyo.
Okay, so I'll stick with my June thing then. Never mind.
I mean, regardless, we're all hitting the same ballpark.
Time. Yeah.
It's still like summer, right? Like no.
Oh,
May,
here we
June,
go. They had the scrolling times right here. Amsterdam is in May. Melbourne, Madrid. Okay. So the last one is June 1st. That's in Seoul. So yeah, it is. It's beginning of June when these experience ends.
Yeah.
So late June, mid June, maybe. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, I could see June, July. Yeah.
I do. I would say I would throw August in there just because that is the summer for Japan, right? So that'd be an ideal time.
It could be, yeah. As long as all the tourists aren't coming over and buying them over here. Because actually,
why would they come over there and buy more?
People go
well, because think about it. Let's just say hypothetically, like it is $499 USD, right? And they take the hit, right? They don't pull a Sony, and they take the hit, and they make it a 49,000 yen console, which would be amazing for me. That would be awesome. If you came over here with USD money, you'd only be paying like $320 to buy a Switch 2, essentially. So if that happens, I could see people coming over here and doing that, which I don't want, but
well, if that's the case, you got those places like Play Asia that you could just buy stuff from because they get it from Japan too. There,
they could,
so.
Yeah, they could. But I'm just saying, like, if someone also happens to be over here at that time and it lines up perfectly for them, then why not take advantage of it? So, because like right now,
some people might actually end up getting it from like those retailers that sell from Japan. Because if it sells out quick, you're screwed.
Well, they claim that they are going to be able to handle the scalper stuff, but I'm just like, okay, I hope so.
And then it depends, I guess, how they do it.
Yeah, like because.
But what about the retailers like GameStop and stuff? I mean, even they suck at handling that.
Oh yeah, well here in Japan, it wouldn't surprise me if they do the typical lottery system that they do for the first few months. So, like when the Switch OLED came out, you had to go onto Nintendo's official website or to the Best Buy equivalents or whatever stores essentially here. And you signed up, you put your name down, and then your name got drawn for a lottery. And if you got picked, you got a notification, and you got like a week to buy it or something like that. So Japan does a lot of stuff for certain things. They do that for like concert tickets. So
people could still just come there and buy OLEDs now. Isn't it just 40,000 yen for you?
I think so.
38 and some change.
Something like that.
38,000 some change. I looked it up. It says 38,980, but I don't know if that's still true or not. If it went up a little or not. Because that's $260 US. That's insanely cheap.
Yeah, right now if I want to get a Switch OLED, it is 37,000 yen right now.
Oh, that's even cheaper.
Yeah.
Specifically, the one that is giving me was the Tears of the Kingdom model, so slightly more, but
you'd pay $250 for that right now if you bought that. Like if you're over here and you just walk. Yeah.
I feel like they would have adjusted the OLEDs at this point by now. Maybe, I don't know.
That as of right now they haven't. So again, that's my big question. Will Nintendo take the initial hits to keep because like remember back in the old days, right, where like when the PS3 came out and it was like the $5.99 or whatever, and then you saw 5 and 9 just throughout the entire different currencies and everything, right? It wasn't until the PS5 Pro where you saw $7.99, $8.99, and then in yen it was like 1,200 or 120,000 essentially or whatever. So is Nintendo going to do what PlayStation did for the Pro, or are they going to stick with what's been done in the past? That's my biggest question.
I feel like PlayStation also was trying to recoup a bit of what their failures were.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I was going to say, isn't the Switch like the primary gaming device there, right?
Oh, yeah. No,
in Japan?
Is. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think that they will then. They will.
I hope, dude. I hope. But again,
they don't want to lose that to anything else like PlayStation or something.
I hope. Like if the moment we see on April 2nd, which we will be live streaming this, by the way, so sub if you guys aren't here already for it. The moment if they show that price that I want to see, I'm like, hell to the fucking yeah, dude, let's do it. Because my wife's gonna be on standby because she's gonna be like, the moment we see the prices, she's gonna start getting onto the websites to like do the whole lottery sign up thing. And I'm just like, yes.
I mean, I feel like Nintendo could take it because I mean, if you take into consideration, even despite the Switch being 6-7 years old, right, it sold 151 plus million units of the console since its release, outbeating the PlayStation 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was back in January 4th of this year. So when that came out, when that rough number came out or whatever, but
and no matter what game they release, it sells minimum 1 million copies, no problem.
I feel like Nintendo has the base to where they could take the hit because they can make it up in sales.
I hope so.
Unlike Sony.
Sony can't do that. Sony can't do that.
It was because of like trying to even get a PS5 in the first place and then trying to sell the Pro. The Pro wasn't meant for everybody. The Switch 2 is more everybody friendly than I would say the Pro would be.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Funny enough, actually, you can now find the Pros just out and about at Costco here.
Yeah, they're everywhere here too.
I had the money for it, I'd buy it, but again, trying to currently buy a ticket to go for home for the summer. Saving up for PC stuff. Luckily, I did find somebody who's going to give me a sweet deal on a AM5 7800 X3D, so I am okay with that. But the GPU is still going to be the biggest thing. So apparently, I mean, heck, remember how
what
everyone
are you running now?
Huh?
What GPU are you running now?
My gaming PC, I've got a 3080, and my streaming PC, I've got a 1080.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say if you're in any of the 40 series, then a 50 series probably isn't gonna be that much of a big.
Oh no.
Anyway.
It all simply comes down to what the F can I find for not destroying my bank.
That too.
That's the big thing.
That too.
Yeah, because like
I was just more so saying like if you're coming from like a 4080 or a 4070 up to like a 507080,
yeah,
you probably
so
aren't gonna see much boost versus like a 30 series and lower. You're probably gonna see a better boost.
Right here. Here's a 4070 Ti Super, right? Last generation, you know, it was like what, 650, 700, I think, or something like that in USD, right? If I try to do Amazon, this is Asus's Tough. This is supposed to be their budget card. 321,000 yen. That would feel like paying $3,000 to me with yen. That's what it's gonna feel like. So. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. It's all just secondhand shop stuff right now, which, you know, heck, if one of them was like, you know what, here, I'll give it to you for, you know, this or whatever. But yeah, that one's 215,000 yen. So I'd be like paying $2,100 essentially for that card. That's new. And none of these are used.
You say $21,000 or you mean 21,000 yen?
No, 210,000 yen or $2,100 is what I said. So I think these are used.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop out. I have to go to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off here in a couple seconds. Bobby, yeah, I've upgraded every series since 1080. I'm skipping the 50 series. Well, again, like the whole thing I'm trying to do is like my gaming PC, which has the 3080, is going to become the streaming rendering PC, because I'm sure my 1080 system right now, the 1080 is actually surprisingly doing okay, but I've gotten a few blue screens here and there, and I'm just like, I know you're on your last leg. I need you to last like another year, buddy. That's all I'm asking. So, I mean, heck, even if I type in, was it 7900 XTX, I think what it's called, X.
What is it?
The AMD equivalent, that new card, or their flagship one.
I have no idea.
Right, 79 XT, I think. Yeah, here it is. So Sapphire Plus, that's 7800 XT, 7900 XT, $1,200 essentially for that card.
Yeah, I do want to build a new computer. I would most likely go to a 50 series just because I'm coming off a 30 series, and
right.
I may go back to Intel just because the Ultra chips are looking pretty good. I just want to see them fix a lot of the issues because it does have issues with a lot of games, and especially anti-cheat. So I feel like that could be fixed relatively quickly anyway. So
Ultra 7.
Once that gets done,
you know, surprisingly,
Ultra 9 is the one I would get.
No, I'm.
It's the highest, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just simply looking at prices. Surprisingly, those prices aren't bad actually. Like they really aren't that bad. But that's because no one's buying them. Because, you know, I don't know, when it comes to like the CPU side, like if you're someone who upgrades every single generation, then yeah, going from like 14th gen to these Ultra ones, yeah, you're going to see like nothing. I mean, heck, even the King, the 7800 X3D or whatever, going up to that 79 or whatever it was, it wasn't that big of a difference. It really wasn't. Like most people just stayed on the 7800 3D. But I mean,
a lot of people are not going to be upgrading CPUs and stuff all the time.
Right, exactly.
More so GPU. That's where people would go towards first.
Right. Well, I mean,
you probably wouldn't do a CPU unless you're like
right, like my gaming PC CPU right now. It's an i9 10. See, it's a 10th gen, right? So going up to the Ultra, or like these ultra ones or these even the
14990 or whatever it is.
Right.
The other one.
Like that's gonna be a big jump for me, right? Regardless. So, but yeah. I don't know. The other problem is motherboards have jumped up in price recently. Just oh god. I have not been enjoying motherboard prices. 5 motherboards. Those aren't terrible, but it all comes down to whatever ports are available. Is the B what motherboard do you have? Do you have a B series? Do you have like a MSI? What do you have?
I have an Asus. It's let me see. I have a Prime X570p Asus motherboard.
A Prime, you said?
Yeah, it's a Prime X570p. It's the P series motherboards. If I get if I upgrade, because I would have to get a new motherboard anyway if I get to a new chip socket. So even that, I'm on a Ryzen 7 3800, so even if I went to AM5, I would still have to get a different motherboard because I'm on AM4.
I have to get a new motherboard regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, my CPU is kind of mid tier, so yeah, I would benefit from a higher tier one specifically. Maybe not in games particularly. This one can game pretty fine, especially with a 3070 on it. I don't even know what I was. Oh, I would like to look for a motherboard that has a decent amount of PCIe slots, especially because I run multiple internal Elgato, so I want to be able to keep moving them over.
Yep, that's another thing. It's the slots, and then what do they have on the like how many ports and everything on the back?
I'm not too fussed about ports, as I have a hub that I can just plug in.
I'm more future proofing, I guess, but yeah.
I mean, heck, I don't know how long the USB-A is going to really be around anymore. They might start weeding that out eventually, just because USB-C. I know, like even like Mac doesn't have A ports anymore. They just have Thunderbolt. They have Thunderbolt 4 and 5 now.
Yeah, it's all Thunderbolt for the most part for them. So,
it's just good. It's good for speed, though.
Oh no, it is. It definitely is. So I mean, and in the end, we can just get a new Mac Mini if we need to. Those are some damn good prices.
I'm happy with my Mac Mini.
I got the Mac Mini. Noah sent me back in 2021. Still, it's on the M1 chip, but damn, the thing is still amazing.
I'm running the M4 Pro model. It's really good.
Nice, very nice.
I only was able to get it because of the Amazon monthly payment thing.
Right, I remember
they don't have that for me available. Like no one, you can't even get that. Like, oh yeah, as far as I looked at last time, you can't get the M4 Pro anymore. I think you probably can now at this point, but
yeah,
the Amazon monthly payment thing, they probably swap.
I recommend it, Bobby. It's actually a pretty good deal for what it is. So
they're good machines, especially if you need something like for a small space. Like if you just need like a little computer.
I mean, that's how I can edit on my Mac Mini because I bought Final Cut, or even if you have a DaVinci, and the thing literally just sits right behind the monitor because it's so small. So just have a HDMI cable plug in, and that's all you need. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna end the stream there. Thank you so much for joining us for the Pokemon Live, and then going into PC parts and all that stuff. So, hope you guys will stick around and sub to the channels and follow us as always, and check us out for more content and everything. But anyway, I've been Tallen with Direct Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I just thank you for stopping by. We'll catch you guys all in the next one. Johnny.